When I was a trainer, I literally had an 85% close rate with, potential new clients. And I'm going to run you through how I did that and how I kept track of it and stuff because I'm not lying, I promise. And so the concept that I want to talk about here is minimum contract onboarding. And the issue, if you're a trainer, you've probably been through this before, is someone comes in for a fitness consultation, you run them through few different exercises and stuff, and then you kind of have like a sit down and you're like, do you want to do training? And they're like, they have to make a yes or no decision on the spot. It's a really shitty way to sell fitness. So I would do this in a few different ways, but the main way that I was able to close 85% of the people that came through the door, and I kept track of how many people I did this for, was like if you were in that situation where you're kind of at that final decision moment with them and you're like, so do you want to do training? It's hard to sell high ticket training packages, which are going to be your main moneymaker and your source of income if you're a contractor trainer like a lot of you are and like I was in this situation. So it's hard to tell someone you just met 30 minutes ago, hey, do you want to give me $800? Like, so this is what I did. And instead of asking for $800, $1,000, or even more, depending on the length of the contract we were talking about, I said at one point, I was like, okay, I was running out of leads at this place too. This gym eventually was kind of like on the downhill. So I was like, literally can't afford to not sell these people. I can't let them leave. So I said, what if I didn't try to sell them on these huge packages right away? Eventually down the line we would, but right away in this moment, in this first interaction, what if I just offered them my minimum contract? And so it would look like this. All right, Sally, we ran through these different things. It seems like you kind of want some help, where did you think you'd be interested in personal training? And they'd go, yeah, maybe, it just depends on what it costs. And I go, well, to get the results that we were talking about before, it's going to take a little while, but there's a lot more things that I'd like to run through with you in terms of exercises and getting a plan together. So instead of signing up for a big, scary personal training package, would you want to do my minimum contract, which at this point I was like, just do once a week for a month. So 4 sessions. So they're only signing up for 4 sessions. And, that's the first contract that they would have. So I said, why don't you just do, the 4 sessions with me? We'll meet once a week. We'll go through a few different things. And at the end of the 4 weeks, you did all your sessions. If you want to continue, we can. That would be great. And if you don't want to, there's no hard feelings. And, we can kind of go our separate ways. And this totally changed how I sold for the rest of my training career because it worked like 100% of the time. Sometimes you'll get like broke college kids that just like, dude, I don't have any money. I can't do this. That's whatever. But this is how I got up to the 85% close rate. And it wasn't 85% before that. But after implementing this, it went up there, if not beyond in certain stretches of time. So again, what this does is kind of diffuses the situation. It disarms them because you're not like, give me $1,000 and I'll train you. They're like, whoa. It's like, it's very disarming. And it's like, why don't you just give it a try? We'll meet for 4 sessions. I'll give you some pointers. We'll go over a few things. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You don't have to continue. It totally diffuses the whole situation. It opens them up a lot more to the idea of training with you. And it just works. So give it a try if you're a trainer and you're having trouble closing these people. It might delay the sales cycle a little bit for the bigger packages because at the end of the 4 weeks, you kind of have to sell them on and again. But your job in those 4 weeks during those few sessions that you're doing is to provide just a shit ton of value and just make working out with you a really, really fun experience. So make sure that they're laughing, they're having a good time, you're getting their heart rate up. And then at the end of the 4 weeks, it's typically a no-brainer for them. They're typically very warm and open to the idea of extending the contract out further. They've been seeing you once a week on Saturdays for 4 weeks. It's like part of their routine now. So it just works wonders. So it's minimum contract onboarding. Give it a try if you need to close more people, and let me know how it goes.